I know it's an emotional roller coaster, the whole deal process. What was the most stressful part of the process for you, and how did you get through those stressful moments?
I think I said it a second ago. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of scenarios. It's a multi-step journey. It's a tremendous amount of information and steps and people and possibilities. And as the founder, CEO, and in my case, also owner, all of that lands on your brain ultimately. Not that you have to know all of that. That's why you hire experts and you have a team, but you need to be, at least I felt like I needed to be fluent in all of that. And so the complexity and the amount of information and then the shifting of all of that data as you move through the process is a lot. And if that was the only thing I was doing at that time, probably wouldn't have been that stressful. But when you put all of that, that's a lotness next to the other thing, which is, oh, by the way, you still are running a company and, what was it, 2023, 2024, AI coming out of COVID, crazy interest rates, war in Ukraine, whoops, the supply chain, the end of growth at all costs. Did I mention the labor market? Oh, and every market is super competitive, and like on and on and on. And you put those two together, that's where the stress comes from. And that's just sort of the table set. And then on that table, then you have key moments where you're like, this is an important moment. It's like, they're like, this is game day right now, this meeting or this decision. And so it's kind of what we sign up for, as executives, but that's what drove the stress. But I really wasn't surprised. I knew it was coming, but they're definitely, get ready. You're going to want to, and just on a personal level, strongly recommend a couple of things. Well, there's a bunch of business stuff you need to do about it, but there's also a personal stuff. If you're married or if you have a partner, I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you involve that person early in the process. You're going to want to be able to talk and communicate with your partner because it's going to be stressful, and be honest about how tapped you're going to be, and how you might not be your best self some days. That's one thing. And then the second thing is whatever version of self-care actually works for you, you're going to want to double down on that. And if I were you, I would start it sooner. I would start a health regimen, whatever health means for you, early, because you don't want to be going, I should start running today on the right when you're negotiating a definitive agreement. I would get, so start taking care of yourself. You're an athlete. That's what I would say is you're an athlete, and you're going to the Super Bowl. So you need to be taking care of yourself.